Greetings, I'm Pillar Nexus, the Ancient Gladiator, and this is going to be the last video in the character creation series. This time we're covering Cyberpunk 2020. Well, I also have Cyberpunk right in my collection. That's not too far off anyway. So, what you'll have for your characters is intelligence, reflexes, cool, tech, um, technical ability, luck, attractiveness, movement allowance, empathy, and body type. Most of them are pretty well self-explanatory. Empathy is critical to how well you can manage your cybernetics. You have too many, it's not always a good thing. Body type is critical to what you can actually carry and deadlift. And then your choice of roles includes rocker, solo, netrunner, techie or med techie, media, cop, corporate, fixer, nomad. And those will give you your special ability, which determines your starting cash and how long you've been building that up. And also your career abilities, career skills. You'll start with like 40 points that can go into career skills. Cannot use on pickup skill points. But it's possible to gain more skills through improvement points, through, studying, practice, being taught, experience. And then the big thing is life path. You start the game with a 16, your character, and then depending on how old your character wants to be, there'll be a D10 roll for seeing where you end up. Either you've got like good or bad fortune, friends or enemies, romance, or just nothing. So the way skill checks will work in the game is your related skill, your determined stat, and a D10. You can also spend luck before you roll. So that's pretty good. Depending on where your skills and stats are at. Difficulties for skills are going to be like 10 is like the absolute easiest. 15 is like an average difficulty. 20 is difficult. 25 is very difficult. 30 is like near impossible. A natural roll of 1 is always a failure, and you're going to end up rolling on fumble chart, depending on what it's checking. A natural roll of 10 gives you an extra die roll towards it. And then the game's got some other systems going for it as well. There's like the grid system for hacking, and then there's the combat system referred to as Friday Night Firefight, which is just downright crazy and awesome. But yeah, this is a game that uses a lot of, I'll use D6s and D10s. Fairly easy to come across. But yeah, it's almost comparable to Traveler in a way. I think Traveler came first, and this is kind of going in its own crazy direction in Cyberpunk, which I think is nice. I like Cyberpunk a lot, so this is probably the one role playing game I want to play the most out of my entire collection, because it's just interesting. But yeah, it's so yeah, why am I ending the series? Can I be honest, I'm just struggling for ideas right now. I'm just got this blank point in my mind of how do I keep making these videos interesting? What do I have to talk about? something about the anime talk and romantic range made them take off like crazy, and I have no clue what it was. Uh, yeah. It's like, what do I have to say that I like about Cyberpunk? I think it's the style, just the style of embracing style in this world and this craziness. This, I want to find someone who's either running this game or take some time to figure out a scenario that I can run with the group, because I freaking love this game. I just want to play it. The only real like board game experiences I have as an alternative are like Infamy and New Angeles. And I feel like Infamy is probably the closest to the kind of experience I want to have in a Cyberpunk game. But I'd still like to do like play the role playing game, you know. Board games are fun and stuff. It's just role playing offers more options, more openness. Although I have to use my brain here. Honestly, there are times I don't feel very confident in actually role playing, pretending to be someone else. I'm pretending to be an ancient gladiator from who knows where. It's got a big skull face. But yeah, this is the end of the character creation series. Actually creating a character. For crying out loud. How can I don't know. So actually, what you actually do with actually creating stuff is roll 90-10, put them together, split them up as you can. No skill can ever be at a 1. No characteristic can be at a 1. Alternatively, there's a straight up roll top to bottom. Yeah. And if you roll a 2 or a 1, you re-roll it. Come on. They're crying out loud. Yeah. And then you'll figure out your life path and all that. Were there any other games that it's going to cover? I was thinking about 316, but it's just... I don't know how to make that one interesting. There's just Marines in space on that one. Do I have any other ideas going forward? I have all those random ass Gundam figures to build. And then... we'll see what happens. I'm starting to run out of steam on this channel. I will do this. I will find something else to do. But until then, hang in there. This has been Pillar Nexus. See ya eventually.